Hello everyone, how's it going? So I'm going to help you out right now with the exercises from lesson 2. So you guys have already looked at the rest of the lesson and are now ready to get going here. So the directions say to locate the subject or subjects of the following sentences. But be careful not to let the word order trick you. Remember our first lesson. In Russian, word order is not important. Huge concept there. Okay, instead of a smiley face, I'll use a star. Okay, big idea. All right, so, Я люблю тебя, Боже. I love you, God. Oh, God. Okay. So, the first thing I want to look for was, I really want to find what's in the nominative case, and for me, that is ya. So I'm going to go ahead and underline that for now. I'm personally going to put an N underneath for nominative. Okay. You could also do nom like this if you want, not like nom nom like you're hungry, but you're nominative. I know it's really late at night, so my jokes are probably not that great. So anyway, they're not like great anyway. All right. So anyway, ya is the subject pronoun in Russian. It is in the nominative case, which means that it is a subject. Okay. Number 2, он любит нас. He loves us. So again, I don't want to look at word order. I'm more looking for the nominative case, and that's on. Okay. Let's see. Let's move this up a little bit. Number 3, Вера спасает человека. Faith saves man. So, if you guys recall, the vocab that I gave you the name, right? Just the whatever you would normally have learned. So if I say, oh, how do you say faith in Russian? I would say, oh, vera. Whenever you've learned a word like that, chances are you learned it in the nominative case. Okay, so, and I showed you before some of these words. So the words that I showed you in our vocab are in the nominative. And from now on, if I give you a word, it will, if it's part of our vocab, it will be in the nominative. Once we learn more cases, you'll have to learn the endings of those cases. You'll be able to just, remember Veda. You'll have to remember what other endings can go along with Veda. But again, that's another lesson. So, long story short, the answer to this one is Veda. Okay. Number 4. Быстро проходит время. Time quickly passes. So, the vocab word that we learned was vremya, which is time. So, don't know what happened there. So in this particular case, our subject is actually over here. And the word bystra means quickly. Kind of do that so you can see it. So, the author of the sentence, me, I wanted the sentence to really emphasize how quickly time passes, which is why I chose to put the subject at the end. My main idea was to emphasize that speed of by which time passes. Anyway, moving on. Number 5. Сын Божий есть наш Спаситель. The Son of God, or literally God's Son, is our Savior. Okay, we haven't gone over this, but it might be a good time to do it either this lesson or I'll do it next lesson. This word jest is the word is. Okay, and when you have the word is both in Russian and in English, you're typically going to have a noun on this side and a noun on this side. It all depends on how it's being used. Sometimes you'll have words like is, going, and at that point you're using both of these as verbs. Okay, but when you have it in like up above here, Сын Божий. So we have, I'll do all of it for now. Есть наш Спаситель. Спаситель is also in the nominative. Okay. And we're going to learn more words like spasitio later on. But if you want to add that to your list, just to have, it's a good word to know, knowing that this means this is kind of important to Christianity. Anyway, let's go ahead and move forward now. Господь, свет мой и спасение мое, кого мне бояться? The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? This is directly out of Psalms. So, notice how I have the word is right here, italicized. If ever you see this, or a solid one, which we call an M dash, if you ever see that, it means is in Russian. So, I don't know if I put it in here, but later on, I might have taken it out. So you can think of Господь пастырь мой. The Lord is my shepherd, right? So, anyway. So you'll see that a lot. That being said, Господь is nominative. And свет will be nominative. We haven't learned it yet. And spasenia is also nominative, if you were interested. And we don't have any other nominatives anywhere else. So let's get rid of this so you can kind of understand what's going on a little more. Okay, I got rid of the nom too. Nom. Okay, number 7. И там рука твоя поведет меня. So again, stress is right there for this one, рука. And we also just found our subject. Even there, your hand will guide me. And the word even, again, doesn't show up here. In Russian, the word even is даже. I'll kind of write it in both forms. Okay, so даже. There your hand will guide me. That's also out of the Bible. That's also in, I want to say it's Song 685. I want to say that's Боже мой, куда пойду от духа твоего. Anyway, so it's kind of cool to know. Let's go to the next one, number 8. Вера в юности прекрасный нас зовет под свой покров. We sing this one all the time, right? Song 524. Faith is beautiful, or faith in beautiful youth calls us under its covering. The word прекрасный can kind of mean a couple of different things. I typically see it more to either being that or that. Okay, so anyway, this one usually is великий. Okay, so vera is nominative, which means it's our subject. Прекрасный нас зовет под свой покров. And we don't have any other nominative words in there, so that's it. Number 9. И увидел я новое небо и новую землю. Okay, so now I saw a new heaven and a new earth. We did this for homework, right? Last class. So we need to look for our word ya. And again, here we are. And it's not in the beginning over here. It's over here, right? So kind of just help us to kind of remember where it is. And let's see. And finally, number 10. И отрет Бог всякую слезу с очей их, и смерти не будет уже. And God will wipe every tear away from their eyes. There will be no more death. Beautiful words. Again, out of Revelations, we did this for homework before. So, и отрет Бог. So again, Бог is nominative, which means it's a subject. And I'll make sure to write that one more time. Okay. Now for the bonus, it's up to you guys. That's not a very good star. I don't really have time to deal with it, so, well, what happened there? I'm just going to do that for now. Okay. Can you find the verbs along with the subjects? Let's go. We don't have a lot of time, so I'll do a couple at the top. So, ja lubię. So we sing like lubimy, right? So we know that this is what's ending. So we know this ending refers to ja. Okay, so this right here is the verb. Okay, on lubit nas. So now we're seeing some different endings, right? Okay. And this ending goes to that. Okay, I can even put this on this side here. In this case, okay, and then these will change a little bit depending on what's going on. So we'll talk about that more later. Vera spasaj človeka. So again, actually it's more like right here. So that's our verb. This is referring to that. And if you notice here, this is what we would call third person. Okay, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more next class. So when you have a third person and it's singular, most of the time your ending is going to be a T on the end. Whether it's going to be it or ait or yot or anything, it's usually just going to have the T on the end, is the point. Okay. So Vera is also third person and it's also singular. So I like to write it like that, third piecing, and which means that the ending is ait. Okay. And that's the last one that I'm going to do for right now because I only have a 15-minute window that I can use for these videos because I'm using a free program. Eventually I'll buy the Pro so that I can do more. Anyway, so that's that. Yay, we have a lot of cool stuff going on. If you guys have any questions, again, you guys know that you can comment down over here, or you can send me an email. I'll try to draw a little @ sign. I'm not doing a very good job. Okay. In any case, you guys know what you're doing. And again, I haven't received any emails yet, but I would absolutely love to hear from you guys. So comment, email, whatever you guys would like to do. Give me some suggestions, some hints. If these videos are getting too long, let me know, and I'll shorten them for you. All right, have a great night, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this, and we'll catch you next time. Yay. I'll get rid of these real quick.